The Succession series finale just aired, and holy mother of pearl, was that shit wild. This video is not going to encompass my full thoughts on the show and the last season. I'm still processing it. I just wanted to get something out because it was that wacky. And I feel like what better way to discuss the episode than put it on the internet for people to see. I'm gonna make a bold statement and say that was probably the best series finale I've ever seen. I was wondering throughout the season how they were gonna wrap it up because I never felt like they were getting close to an end point of the series. But you bet your bippy they did. Holy moly, holy mackerel, was this episode wacky. A truly wild ride. Throughout, I never knew what the frick was gonna happen. A big part of me always knew it was never gonna be one of the kids, but the episode keeps muddying the water on who will become the CEO. At first it seems like Shiv, then it seems like Tom, then it seems like Kendall, then it goes officially to Tom Wamsgans. He finally broke enough Gregs to make it to the top. There was a video I watched towards the beginning of the season by Just an Observation where he talked about how Tom would probably be the CEO, and he had me convinced. Through 90% of the season I was like, no, it's gonna be Tom, just you flippin' wait. But gosh darn it, did this episode throw me for a loop. Throughout the episode, I kept getting unconvinced that it was going to be Tom. It's kind of wacky how it did that. It's one of the most bizarre feelings I've had while watching an episode of TV. This episode was giving dog. It didn't stop until the credits rolled. This episode is so double stuffed that I can't really talk about it all right now because I still haven't processed it. But the first thing that came to mind was Logan, because no matter what, Logan always wins. Even in death, he wins. Without him even being alive, his deal went through. An almost subtle and possibly unintentional message of the episode is that Logan never lost. Whether it was during his life or even after his death, he didn't take a single L. Next, we gotta get to the sore spot of the episode, because we gotta look at Shiv. I know Roman is the masochist family lover, but I have to wonder if it's not in all of their genes, because Shiv has to have a fetish for fucking her brothers. Because damn, if she ain't the silliest of the bunch. I've said for a long time, Shiv ain't as smart as she thinks she is. And a repercussion of that is that she's also her biggest enemy. What I didn't account for, though, was that her hatred of her siblings and her hubris runs so deep that she essentially murders one of them and sells the company to a creepy, apathetic Swede. I haven't liked Shiv for a while, and this solidified my opinion that she is the Star-Lord of Succession's Infinity War. Although, because of Shiv, we do get the masterful Tom Wamsgans as the American CEO. Which also brings me to why I'm kind of conflicted on how I should feel about the episode. Don't get me wrong, the episode slapped. My problem is if I should feel happy or sad at the end result. Although I love Tom and I think he deserves it, he never grew out of his yes man nature. So because of that, he'll be a puppet for Madsen. I still think if anyone deserved it though, it was Kendall. He was told at 7 years old he was gonna take over Waystar, and no matter what he did or how hard he fought, it was never going to be him. Shiv's decision not only left her a husk, but it essentially killed Kendall. As he says,
I am like a cog built to fit only one machine.
it was what he thought his whole life was centered around and building towards, only for it to putter out right at the end once again. Even though Ken will never recover, at least Roman is happy, which is good, because I think it's pretty clear he feels free. He's free from the BS that has suffocated him his entire life. Part of the reason Roman was not very involved throughout his life was because of this BS that constantly surrounded the business and the infighting. It's not Roman's thing. Believe it or not, he's a good boy. He's a good egg. Although I liked Roman's end result, I have to wonder if it was worth it. The only complaint I can really think of in the episode was that there wasn't enough Greg. I love that Tom kept his Sporus till the end, but I mean, come on, it's Greg. He wasn't in it that much. He drops the bombshell and then dips. I just wish he was in it more because he's so darn tootin' entertaining. I don't think I could have asked for a better series finale from this show. Even without Logan, it was just as good as it has always been. And thankfully, I can say Succession kept its title as one of the best shows ever made. There was a whole heck of a lot of stuff to talk about with the final season, but I think it's worth sitting down and getting all my thoughts collected after the end of the show so I can make the kind of send-off video to this show that I think it deserves. If you're interested in that, feel free to subscribe and keep an eye out for a video this week on that. Thanks for watching.